can we please, and I don't know where it's even coming from, but can we please stop with this thing with the whole Tony Romo thing about becoming a coach and what he did and stuff like that? Do you know how many times I've seen Troy Aikman do that? Do you know how many times I've seen Chris Collinsworth do that? Do you know how many times I've seen, John Madden do that? I've seen countless of quarterbacks in the booth. Phil Simms, if people were, I can go on and on and on and on and on. It's not, I don't know what it is, but then I realized one of the things why I never could, although Tony Romo being that of a extremely solid, but very good quarterback, he's a good quarterback for Cowboys, and that, like I said, it's my team. Everybody knows that, and it was the one thing that I'm like, and everybody is running off at the mouth about all the different things that Romo is doing now with his antics and stuff. I was like, dude, look, been a football fan for years. Watch football, a lot of football, as much as I possibly ever could. Anybody that knows football saw 2 weeks ago, literally, when Tom Brady got the ball, where he was going. Edelman, they was running the zone. It was wide open. It came back down to whoever was going to get the ball first, basically, anyway. Brady got the ball first, so you already know what pretty much 90% you knew that, okay, they're going to win it. Because he got the ball first, and Kansas City did nothing new. They didn't apply any pressure. They didn't do anything. Even though they already picked them off twice, and I spoke about that earlier. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that needs to be known in this is that he didn't do anything new, except for basically having a childish type enthusiasm for what Brady was getting ready to go do. Oh, he said, oh man, he's calling the plays out before it happened. I'm like, dude, everybody saw that. If you are a quarterback in the NFL, coming from high school to college, from college to pro, you watch so much film. You've seen so many formations, anybody can call it out. He comes up in the era when Chris Berman and Stu Jackson, Stuart Scott, I should say, Stuart Scott, and them guys sitting up there watching football, the booyah and the whoop and all of those stuff and everything like that. Okay, cute. But at the same time, it's just like, what did he do? All this talk, I'm like, his best bet is to stay up there, but I'm like, he didn't do anything in that booth that I haven't already seen. You've already seen it. And like I said, anybody that saw Edelman was wide open by the time he was 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. If anybody was watching that. He's like, because the guy's playing off of him in the whole 9 yards. So you already knew the guy was already open. So I don't, this love affair with Romo, okay, fine, he's the darling of this, that, and the other. I don't get it, but I'm like, that's one of the things that when Romo first kind of came out, he got a little that. They kind of don't talk about that no more, and then a little bit of nightlife stuff and being a bachelor, which is, it's understandable. I get it and stuff like that, and the Jessica Simpson thing and the commercials and this, that, and the other, and Skip Bayless just call him Tony Romeo and all this other kind of stuff like that or whatever. A lot of people forget about that because it's been a while now. But one of the things about with Romo that kind of disturbed me, why I said that's why I really could never embrace him, even though he's going to go in he's going to go in the Ring of Honor. Going to put him in there. Jerry Jones has to put him in there to justify that. He's going to put him in there. But one of the things that I realized with Romo, and I used to always talk about my partner about this, that I didn't like. It's like he never, ever had to look over his shoulder. Ever. In other words, he didn't have anybody to really push him. Jerry Jones made that, he made sure that it didn't have to happen. He made sure, that's why he got rid of Terrell Owens. Name the quarterbacks behind me. You had John Kitna. He didn't have anybody behind him. So he comes into the 2016 season. Nobody knows anything about Dak Prescott. I didn't even know the kid even got drafted, to tell you the truth. But Romo gets hurt. He's already going through some aches and pains and stuff like that, so he gets hurt. So Dak takes the team, and they go do whatever they go do. They end up going 12-4 that year, 13-3, 12-4, one of those things, right? And you got this guy, Tony Romo, right? So, and one of the things that really messed me up is when he made that speech, which was just funny. It's all get out. It was extremely funny. Extremely funny. But he, Romo again, ducking and dodging certain things. So he gets hurt. The kid's playing lights out, as we well know. He ends up playing lights out. The team goes 13-3. 9-7 the next year, 10-6 this year. Right now, Scott is 32-16. He has 2 playoff wins already. And 3 playoff games. He's already 1 win away from tying Romo. Right? From tying Romo. And 3 games away from actually playing a nice playoff run. He already went to as many playoff games as Romo went to in all the years that he played. Now, with the Ezekiel suspension season before last, the second season, and Dak struggled a little bit here and there, wouldn't Romo been a nice fit up in there last year? Even though, I'm probably not going to be the quarterback in the near future because I'm at the age, I'm 36 years old or whatever. But where Dak was probably struggling at here and there, couldn't that team and that 6-game stretch without Zeke, couldn't Romo have hooked up and did some things in there because, Dak was just in his second year. And he was still going to have growing pains, just like he had some this year. He could have been that spot. He could have been in that spot where he could have actually helped the team out. But it seemed like when competition comes up, he jetted out. He made that speech and all that stuff to make himself look a certain kind of way, which elevated him. And all of a sudden, they want to give him a job at CBS. Now all of a sudden, Romo is already within 2 years. He's announcing the big games already now. Just like the whole thing with being the franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of giving him things when he hasn't really done that much. I mean, his calling probably will be that, and that's fine. But he showed me, right, that showed me with the Dak Prescott issue, Dak Prescott's rookie year, that Romo, he didn't go anywhere else because that's what I'm saying. Where was the competitive fire at? Because in my opinion, he's supposed to still be playing. That's just my opinion. Not so much for the Cowboys. He's supposed to still be playing somewhere. He can still be playing somewhere. No competition. He doesn't want no competition. Jerry Jones made it obligatory for him not to have any competition, never for him to look over his shoulder. Joe Montana had to look over his shoulder. Now, that might not happen to a bunch of quarterbacks. I get it. But you getting at a certain age, dude, it's not going to happen. No issue with Jimmy Garoppolo and that of Tom Brady with Belichick and Kraft. That's the one time Kraft is like, nah, he going to play, man. He's done too much for this time, for this team and stuff. I got to give him that. I got to at least give him that. That's why Brady's there. Other than that, because Belichick sends you down the road. He wants you out of there before you get too old. And he's done that with all players. He couldn't do that with Brady. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do that with Brady. So at the end, when it's all over said and done with, right? When all that stuff's all over said and done with, and what happened and all that stuff with this guy, it's like, I just kind of calming down on the whole Tony Romo thing, man. And I did a piece on it about Danny White did more for the franchise insofar as what he did. 3 straight NFC championship games. Romo never sniffed the NFC championship game. Ever. Sniffed one. but yet he gets a lot of. He's making $6 million, if I'm not mistaken, in there with Jim Nantz, because he's a psychic. I'm like, I just named all the other different guys as announcers that played or either coach. They called out the same exact play, man. You ain't said nothing deep. Hell, I even called out some of them plays myself, and I'm just sitting and watching TV because I've watched a ton of football. So y'all stop it, man. Y'all stop it with this Romo stuff, man. Cut it out. He's all right, but I'm like, oh man, nah, coach, nah, that's not. He's far from that. Far from that. Hey man, y'all check me out. Everything Football 62, YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Throw some likes up there. You got anything, comments, suggestions, or whatever? Hit me down below. Check me out over on Twitter. Everything Football 62 on Tech 62. Subscribe to the page over there as well. But I'm a YouTube guy, so y'all go ahead and do everything here. Anything, y'all let me know what's up. Anything you want to debate about it, just talk about it, whatever like that. Like I say, any suggestions or whatever, I'm always trying to get better. And let me know what's going on. And like I tell you guys, there is no GOAT. The greatest of all time, as long as time is still going on. Y'all enjoy your Super Bowl weekend. And like I said, I got the Rams winning this, and hopefully I can have my second year in a row of the Gloating edition. Guys, have a good one. We talk with you later. All right now.